Mzansi, it's coming. Can you feel it?
Now, is it just me, or are there other people who are thinking the same thing I'm thinking? I swear, if Mzansi Bbmzansi is led to start the opening show of this video task, or to handle the arrangement and props and everything, it's one of two things. I have the higher percentage of believing that he's going to make them fail because he's too playful and he's just having, catching cruise. Or he might just entertain Big Brother enough for Big Brother to give them a waiver to enjoy the next week. But I cannot wait to see if these guys actually in the end fail and get to miss out on the perks of next week and their true colors come out true in light of what the show is really about. Guys, in this video, I'm going to give you the full lowdown on what I think about the, is it quadruple or triple, right? The triple vibe and connection or ship that might be brewing between these three guys, BK, Luzuko, Sweet Guluva, and then with Ashley Ogo. And then I'm also going to give you a full lowdown on the Gossip Girls and how they trolled KB and so much more. So of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification, and every post I make, give this video a thumbs up and share it to more people so that they can get to see, especially those who don't have the opportunity to watch the show live on DSTV due to lack of access and all the 9 yards. We've seen the truth that Luzuko has a serious interest in what's her name, in Ashley Ogo. There are other guys who might, but there's definitely those she's feeling and those she's not. So we've noticed that she had a conversation with Luzuko, and according to the conversation she's been having with him, it is more of very casual, platonic, surface kind of vibe, like talking about her laugh, the languages that she can speak, the this, the that. They're talking about how whenever she speaks English, she laughs in English. Whenever she speaks Zulu, she laughs in Zulu. And then he was telling her how her laugh in English sounds fake. She should just be herself. The Zulu part of her seems to be dominant. But then again, we get to see her vibe and connection with Sweet Guluva. Like, we can really see that, yes, this is somebody she has interest in. And how do we know? A lady who has interest in you would, make moves, play around, do things around you that would just give you that hint, right? And we see that, she went to the garden. Different people were in the garden, of course, having random conversations, probably coupling up, gisting, building bonds. She went to where Sweet Guluva was sitting, one of the swingy chairs. I think it's just one that is available at the garden. And then, they were talking about random things, but then she was so intent on him to get off of it because she wants to sit. A lady that is not really interested, or who is not really interested in you, will just tell you quickly, oh, I want to use this chair, please, can you give me? If you say no, she would move on. But she pestered him until he got up and gave it to her, which was nice. And then finally, her vibe and connection with what's his name, BK. We saw a night when she wanted to sleep. They were talking about how she's open to him, but he's not fully open, and he debunking the fact that she thinks he's not open, but he's open enough. And here they were even talking about, the fact that Bunny B was crying over the wager tax, something, and people are trying to console her. If she didn't like BK, right, she wouldn't want to spend time talking with him, especially like during the time she was on bed where he was asking her if she was warm, and she opened her blanket for him to see what she was wearing, and that she tucked her hands in between her melons, right? You guys know what I mean. And, they were talking about how she was not naked or unclad, but she was wearing something. A person who doesn't have interest in you would not have conversations down to that point. So I think for now, I would boldly say that Sweet Guluva can just stick around like a friend if he feels, or if he has seen the fact that she doesn't really deeply like him like that. And then that is Luzuko. Sweet Guluva can stick around and push to see where it leads. And then BK is having the highest votes from me, and he could build something beautiful with her. But who knows? Let's see how that goes.
This was Monday, our first day here.
Yeah, it was like no, Nsuku. You only win twice. Yeah, it was the nomination and today, right? Yeah.
And even laughing. Like if I'm gonna say something in English, I'm gonna be like, yeah. If I'm gonna say something in Zulu.
That laugh is so fake, yo. Yeah, it sounds so fake.
Just get off.
Get off what?
Yeah, I wanted.
And now every season of Big Brother in Africa, like the Big Brother franchise in Africa, be it Big Brother Nigeria or Big Brother South Africa, I hope another country would rise and become strong enough to host a Big Brother show. But we get to see one trend. Something is always consistent. A gossip clique. You might want to call it gossip buddies. That is when it is mixed with all boys or girls and boys, or the gossip coven as we typically call it around when, of course, when we the viewers get to watch. And in this season, it seems like that coven is it entails Msuku, Mata, Bonnie B, and Sipesile. Now, they were in the dressing room and talking about a guy. Now, there are two guys they are referring to. They've started giving the guy's nickname, and one of the guys, they're calling him Grandpa. Who are they referring to as Grandpa? I really don't know. To the point that even Sipesile was confused about whom they were referring to, and she just had to put it out there and say, you know what, I cannot even keep up with this, but I'll try. They laughed it off, but I'm very sure that, Bonnie B, Nsuku and Mata know whom they were referring to. And talking about Bonnie B and the dramatic outburst or the breakdown she had, the housemates have been struggling. They've been really struggling with the wager task. These are people that have wagered 100% because expressing yourself or fanning your flame wager task was going to be simple and a walk in the park. But voila, it is not going to be anything like that. They have been struggling on how to do, where to do, and it's going to be a problem for them. And here is Msuku, who moved to the room and was crying, and housemates had to come console her. And what was her issue exactly? She feels every other person is contributing enough, but she is not. She's just there. She doesn't know what to do, how to do it, and it is understandable. While all that was going on, people were consoling her. People passed by, those who didn't know anything. But we saw that Ashley Ogo was told by Biki, and he went there and stood and was just looking at them. Is this girl really scared of building a female bond with another lady? It won't be a surprise, because to an extent, in one of my videos, I had said that Ashley comes off, she gives this boy vibe, and some housemates have said it too. She might be an actual girl that likes men, but she doesn't have that total characteristics of women, vibing in their ways and how they do it. People consoled her. We saw Jojo came and consoled Bonnie M, and then we saw KB came, and KB made very rather good input as to, that you could just stand there, you could just be there, you mustn't do anything. Other people will try and fill in the space for you. And this comes off as, when writers get writer's block, and all those kind of things. You're very good at something, but right now you're just blank. There's nothing you can do. They consoled her and all left. And here were the parts of these gossip girls. They started gossiping KB that she's doing too much. She's talking too much. After all, she has finished consoling Bonnie B. Why is she now touching Mata and say random stuff? Like, auntie, just leave here. Let us focus. And they were laughing. I'm like, these girls. I thought you guys would just be done with this thing. But I like it.
Are we talking up the goat?
No, Grandpa.
Mina, I'm very horrible at this, guys. We all gonna get caught.
I go to guys. Everybody's working and I'm not working. Yeah. So see, and I'd be left with this one at least alone. And that's what I'm saying,
But that's how you like I feel then too. I even gave her like a simple girl, are you feeling me?
I think at the moment, the fact that, Savage had to reveal what he revealed yesterday at the dinner because of Nate, it might cause a rift between Nate and KB for no reason. Now, it was partly his fault and it was partly not his fault. Big Brother said they should be honest, right? So y'all remember that yesterday Big Brother gave the housemates a dinner where he said they should be honest about their first impressions about people and what they think then and what they think now. And then we noticed when it was Savage's turn, he picked the name of Nate. Nate is a lesbian. Purely, she had said she only dates ladies. And then, he said that his first attraction in the house was Nate. He was so into her and was so shocked and disappointed when, she plays for the same, they discovered that she plays for the same team as men, right? You get liking only ladies. And then that went by, but we noticed KB's reaction. KB was now interested in him and has shown the heart in front of the world that she cares about Savage. And this has become a problem that it has not even given chance for KB and Nate to even have a conversation since that happened. And here is, Nate talking to Luzuko in the kitchen, talking about how she has a problem with the fact that, Savage had to mention what he mentioned, like she just wants to be on her own. She doesn't want any trouble. We then also saw that this conversation lingered and went to the point where she was even talking to her, the two people I now consider her besties, that is, Tyrone, who is also a queer person, and then Sweet, who is fond of Tyrone and a fluid person, right? She was talking about how she feels KB is just putting on a facade. She's very hurt with that statement that Savage made, that she, Nate, is the first option. And since then, it has been messing with KB's mind, and she doesn't know what's her name? Nate doesn't know how to go around this issue. And it was actually serious to even see how this truth spiraled to when we saw KB and Savage having their dinner or something, or was it their lunch? And she was talking about how she really cares about Savage, and Savage pisses her off sometimes, but she's going to do any and everything. If she's going to even work it out, that she will show how much she cares and fight for him till the end of the show. She's going to do it. She went on to even make a statement around the kitchen thereabouts, or which area, where she was putting her hands inside, his shirt, rubbing off his skin and rubbing on her body, that they must smell the same. I'm like, this girl's getting obsessed. After that, we then saw her crying, and Mandy Hagen was trying to console her. What was her issue? What was KB's issue? That people are talking how she's acting around Savage, what she's doing, how she's forceful and all that. And here's Mandy Hagen telling her that, you see, everything you do there are things I wish to do. I wish I was this confident, this bold, and don't let a bystander tell you how to act or change your personality just because they feel it doesn't fit and all that. And I understand it, but then again, KB is coming off very, very obsessive, and that might just mess with her game, or rather, it might improve it.
It's just, big guy, I'm gonna take big guy, big guy is fine. But how do we get to...
Yeah, that one is different. That is light.
No, the plane.
No, I'm saying this one.
Yes, I'm saying that other one.
That other one, that one.
My angel, please. Make me go crazy sometimes. Make me always angry sometimes. But
How do I make you
I will
angry?
never stop caring about you. If I have to do this every day, if I have to do this for 3 months, I'll definitely do that. You said it and put it out there is is very, I'd love to be that confident and bold.
Just tea, it's gossip. So I'm just KB, I feel like KB has a shield, there's a facade that she plays, and it's the tea with the I feel like she got touched when we were at the table. That Savage was like, oh, you were like the first option, and I was the first option, like Nate, which.